Alright, before I get started today with the video, I wanted to take a moment to do a special shout out for my stepfather's birthday, Bill Casmer. Happy birthday. It's his 82nd birthday today. Everybody do a big shout out. Hey! Happy birthday! Good morning. Welcome back to another beautiful sunny day here at Casa TexPina. We're on build day number 127. I believe, yes, 127. Continuing with stone cladding on the front today, more plaster coating inside and out and upstairs as well, and a little more wall cladding with the fiber cement board as well on the far corner down here. So as people get in and get to their stations, I will walk you around and show you what's going on today. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to get started this morning out here in the backyard. Mr. Alex is making fence posts, the rebar cages for him at least, and Mr. Edmund is over here chipping out the protruding concrete that we were talking about yesterday. Make sure that we've got a smooth face for the wall to match up side to side. And Mr. Marvin and Mr. Carlito right there are continuing with the hollow block wall for the foundation of the back patio. Okay, cruising inside. Welders are here on site, and they are continuing to put in the outside brackets, the floor joist for the attic floor slab, the steel floor framing, sorry, and that's for the attic floor, no slab, just attic floor. Coming up here into the guest side of the house, excuse me, Mr. Jericho is continuing with the plaster coating that he started yesterday. So he did this wall yesterday. Today he's going to do this wall, and the one that's right here you cannot see the side of. That's going to be today's job. Upstairs we've got a couple of gentlemen that are continuing to plaster coat the media room. So yesterday you notice they did this section from the attic door all the way down to here. Today they're going to do from this column to that end. So they've already got their mortar mix going up here. Add a little water to it as they need it and keep on cruising. Okay, let's go see what they're doing out. All right, cruising outside. We've got our carpenters in two locations. I'll show you the first one over here. We got Mr. Allen continuing solo with the fiber cement board wall cladding. And over here on this side, we've got Mr. Jojo, who is going to be wrapping up the stone cladding up above the bay window. So they're continuing with that. And over here underneath the tarp, out of the sun in the shade, we got the big cat, Mr. Romy, and Mr. Gabby over here continuing to plaster coat the outside of the fence. We gotta come back and give you a better shot of what the steel floor framing is looking like coming across the front. Mr. Joseph is up here, and you can see they're putting in the you almost want to call them lateral trusses. It looks just like the trusses that they did for the roof line going up, except these are laying flat on their sides. Still got the vertical to support the load, and the diagonal to help shift that load to the next piece, so that it transfers the loads across the openings. Okay, they're going to continue this on this side today. All right, so we're continuing with the block wall foundation for the back patio. So what they are coming up to, this is going to be the top of it. From what I understand, it's only going to go three high, and then it'll all be slab work on the inside of that. Mr. Alex back here is getting the fence post footers, the footer cages down on the bottom into location. And we've got both of those fixed up down that way. We've got one more right here next to us that's going to be worked on momentarily. What he's working on now is going back and where the column is going to be. He's chipping out the concrete that was overdone from the other side and make it to where we can get that column right up against the side of this block wall. That way when we put our 4-inch block against our neighbor's 4-inch block, there's not going to be a gap in between. At least as little a gap as possible. Any gap that is there will be filled with mortar. Mr. Chucks has been busy out here in the garage area. He's heating up the electrical conduit, putting basically stubs right now for the outlets going around the garage area. What we are doing though is also making sure that he's only going to leave a stub because we're still using this area for concrete production. So he doesn't want to put the actual conduit connectors until he gets a chance to, until this all goes away and they start prepping for the actual final concrete. Mr. JoJo's up on top working the stone wall cladding, and he is almost finished. I think he may be actually on the last course, or if not, he's got one more course to go above that. So as we're coming in the front door here, Mr. Joseph is working the steel floor framing, the floor joists. As you can see, he's still using the carpenter square to make sure that he is perpendicular. They are square, hitting top and bottom on the verticals, and then coming back and doing the same with the slanted, with the diagonals. All right, so we're getting ready to look at pouring at least the foundation wall for our concrete back here for the fence line. You can see we've already got the foundation with the C-bars going along the bottom, and we got some of the footer cages with the foundation posts, the fence posts coming up. And you notice they are going to be very close to the side of the adjoining fence line. Now where our uprights are going to be for the hollow block, they've actually bent the rebar. So they'll place these rebar down on the bottom. It'll come up, bend over, and then the uprights. So what they're doing is making it a way to go around the base of the neighbor's foundation wall for his fence. So we're going to be butted up right against it. All right, starting up here in the media room. These guys are plaster coating the big wall, and Mr. Pablo out here is doing a little chip job. Make sure that our bowed columns are straight and flat. Easier to plaster coat that way. Over here on this side, right? Matapang ka, huh? So we're doing a test run for the tubular steel that's going to go from perpendicular here for the flooring. Engineer was on site and wanted to see how all this was going to work out, how it was going to fit. these are the tubular steels we're looking at. He's taking a look. Engineer out here making sure to supervise and see what all is going on. We got lots of supervision. We got me, we got the foreman down here in the orange shirt, we got the welder foreman in the maroon shirt, and we got the engineer in the white shirt. I think we need more supervision. The engineer was discussing, yes, we are going to put these in a vertical situation, so they're not going to stay horizontal like they are here. They are going to turn these up on their end to where we get the most tensile strength out of these. The way they're sitting now, they have a tendency to bow and flex quite a bit. A lot of tension. But if we turn them sideways, stand them up on end, the short end up, much better. Same like a 2x4. You get better strength out of the standing vertical than you do out of the laying horizontal. Gonna try and put a board on it. Now we will be using not plyboard, we will be using fiber cement board of a similar thickness. I believe we're looking at least 12 millimeter thickness for our flooring. So we're doing tack welds on the spots on this one, the one perpendicular floor joist here. This is going to be the first one that they put in place. So they'll build everything else off of this one. That's why they've got the sheet of plywood here. They're using it to square it to the building. What's going to happen is when they go to put on the fiber cement board, it's going to rest on top of these joists. The guys over here are making more concrete. They're making concrete for the fence line that was over there. Let's go downstairs and go take a look at it. While we're on our way downstairs, Mr. Jericho's been working the back of the coat closet area. So we've got this wall done and that wall done. He's done all 3 walls on this. That yesterday, these 2 today. All right, let's go take a look at the fence going along the back. See if I can do like they're doing and shortcut through. Okay, so we've been pouring cement in the bottom. I'm getting the bottoms here covered. This is basically the bottom 4 inches. It does not appear like they're going to wet set these today. So we're just getting the base taken care of. My neighbor's dogs don't really like us yet. They're doing their job. They're being a good watchdog. So, yeah, they're going to continue working on this. All right, so like I said, we are continuing the fresh concrete coming down this way. They will stand this rebar back up, getting ready for the hollow block that's going to make up the edge of the fence. Big cat Mr. Romy still working on the fence line. And Mr. Jojo appears like he has finished the stone cladding up on the top of the bay window area. That's looking very nice. Look like we're doing a little bit of rendering on the front porch columns. And over here on the side, Mr. Allen has just about finished with the fiber cement board wall cladding outside of the master closet. Smile, you're on candid camera. Mr. Chucks is making my outlet switches look very nice and square. Good job. And up here above the main foyer and dining room, we've got a couple of extra, we've gotten a couple of the floor joists done. So let's go ahead and go back upstairs and see if how they're coming along with those perpendicular floor joists. All right, so we're putting these in. Put them in the vertical position. And tack welding. So this is what the floor joists are going to look like for the attic. Very nice, very strong. Definitely should not be a problem supporting my 200 plus pounds. All right, it's yabba dabba do time. We got a couple guys hanging out, waiting around. It's Bali Day. It's Wednesday. Bali Day, if I hadn't explained that to you guys before, Bali Day is when they can take a one-day advance halfway through the week. So they work 6 days out of the week. On Wednesday, they're allowed to take a one-day advance. And then when they get paid on Saturday, it's minus that 1 day. So they call this Bali Day. So that's what they're waiting around for today, since it's Wednesday. Today we got the stone cladding finished here on the front. The wall cladding over on the side by the master's closet is completed. I showed you guys the steel floor framing as they were doing it today, and the engineer came on site and wanted them to do a practice run, or the trial fit, for the perpendicular floor joists and the flooring. So he ordered the fiber cement board flooring that will be used, and it will be on site tomorrow, at least 10 sheets, so they can start just to try it out. And he's going to have me weight test it tomorrow. I'm not sure if that's going to go okay, but we'll see. It should be all right. Especially I'm looking at the size of the steel tubular steel floor joist that they're using. It's comparable to a 2x4, not the nominal 2x4s that we have in the States. An actual 2-inch by 4-inch size is what's on those tubular steels. So it should have no problem holding me up. They are being put in at about a 16-inch on center. Of course, it's on metric, so it's a little different from that. And then the sheets of fiberboard are going to go over the top of that. Should be good. We'll start seeing how that attic storage floor is going to pan out. Should be a nice way to test run it. Other than that, we got some more plaster coating done. You saw the guys up in the media room. Pretty much got all of the east wall of the media room done. So yeah, if y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you want to see more of these, hit the Casa TexPina star right over here, and there goes the engineer. And you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you tomorrow for that test fit on the plyboard, y'all have a great afternoon, and God bless. At a hard day's night, I've been working like a dog.